Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome to the Little Reader's house. I'm the Little Reader, also known as Amanda, and you, my sweet friend, are in my house alongside this gorgeous little amethyst. And I don't know if this amethyst has ever been on the show before. Why does it need to be said like that? I don't know. But it is one of the first crystals that I ever came into contact with. So it's been in my space, in my pocket, in my life for a long time. A long time. And there were times that I thought I'd lost it, and then I found it. Like it would go missing for years and then reappear. And to look at this stone, which hasn't changed a bit over the years, and then to reflect upon this form and this mental link and this heart and the way that awareness has shifted through these realms and how these realms themselves have changed over time, it's a fascinating juxtaposition, a fascinating contrast, and a beautiful poetry. So, I already know today's topic because it was knocking on the door of my psychic senses before I could even hit the record button. And I have a sense that it's going to be short and sweet, and perhaps that's exactly the point, if you will. Today's transmission, my friend, goes like this. Yeah, it's just that. It's just breathing. No, I'm kidding. There are words. Well, first we've got to loosen up the form and loosen up the mind a bit. Will you join me for a breath? Just flutter your beautiful eyelids closed and suck in a big gulp of air through your nostrils and let it go, and then let's go again. Now let's hit that pipe of air one more time. Let it go and flutter those beautiful eyelids back open. Hello, my friend. Here's how it goes. There are no rules. Rules are a product of the mind. The mind represents a fragment, very small fragment of the totality of reality and of the totality of the possibility of the human experience. Somebody write that down. The mind makes rules, and that's wonderful. We love the mind loves us. It's all love. It's all good in the hood. But you are invited to transcend the mind. That doesn't mean throw it away. That doesn't mean make it useless. That means relearn it and give it a role that it can understand as servant, not master. And in today's transition, what I'm looking at you and delivering through Reiki, through the magic of witnessing, through the transmission of loving awareness from one form to another, is the knowing that it is safe to break the rules, to release the rules, to kiss the rules on their furry little heads and set them free. It doesn't have to be arbitrary, anxious, cruel. It doesn't have to be hasty, impulsive, or compulsive. It's not a reason to dive into unconsciousness and let the patterns of this form run the form into destruction. Instead, it's permission to listen to your heart and begin to follow its cues, and understand that often the heart will instruct you to break the rules of the mind. It will give you directions like, write the book, do it, 10 pages a day, every day for the next 5 months. Do it, don't stop. Do it every day, start at 4 a.m. It's the only time you have time, but I, as your heart, insist. And the mind will create rules like, that's not right, you can't sacrifice your sleep for that, and you'll be dull during the day at work, and the rule is no writer makes money, and the rule is that no writer has success their first time around, and you need to do this for success, because everything that you do must be curated and crafted for the external world to receive validation from them, because that is how we survive. And these are the types of rules that the mind sets into play. The heart, it plays, but it doesn't play games. For the heart, everything is play. For the heart, waking up early and being exhausted throughout the day in the name of love, in the name of passion for your craft, in the name of dedication to your idea, to your story. That is romance. That is a thrill. That is magic. That is the dream for the heart. For the heart, losing sleep is a gift. The delirium of exhaustion, when done in the name of love, is life-giving. But the mind has this thing called logic. This is useful as a tool, but it's not useful when the mind takes over, crafts a narrative, and then uses logic to talk you out of every impulse that your heart wants to pull you toward. And my love, your heart wants to pull you toward your destiny. And your destiny, if you're here, if you've slipped into the house, if you've walked through my door and come into my space and are witnessing this little avatar, then your destiny and your heart's calling are real and powerful, and using an external form to reflect back to you and ask you to check in. If you're here, this is your heart speaking to you. I have guidance. I have breakthroughs. I have revelations, epiphanies, wisdom, bliss. Come to me. That's what your heart's saying. So today, break the rules. Stop what you're doing. Spend the next 10, 15, 20 minutes breathing into your chest, breathing into that center space where the light emanates from. Don't try to make sense of it. Don't logic it. You don't have to visit the heart using the mind. You just witness. And if you want guidance, there are about 1,000 links below. That's a joke. It's more like 9. And one of them is to a little Patreon account that's $1.11 to join, but it has a 30-day meditation program in it, hosted by yours truly. You don't need it, but it's there. Help is everywhere. And you're ready because you're here. That's the message. So break the rules. And if you already know how to listen to your heart, start following. Start following. The heart is the leader now. We turn the world upside down by turning ourselves upside down. It's quite literal. If you turn yourself upside down, and I know this because of a very random handstand practice, the heart is above the head. And it's a game changer. So break the rules in the name of love. Break the rules in the name of your heart. And if you can't hear what the actions are, have no fear. Devote yourself to learning to listen. All systems are in place to support you in ways that you can't imagine. But the systems of the universe aren't meant to cater to the mind. And this is why it can be so confusing when we're like, if there's a universe out here that wants to help us, why is it not helping us? because we've already mentally decided what we think help should look like. Whereas the heart knows exactly what help will look like, but it requires courageous leaning in the direction that the heart pulls. So get listening, beautiful soul, get listening. And then break the rules. That's all for today, my sweet friend. Simple and sweet. Until we meet again, I am sending you all the love I've got. Always more, never less. Amethyst says hi. I love you. You are so very worthy of that love.